Yo, what's up with y'all boys and girls, man? Hey, it's Jay Briggs here with my guy Chris Ruffolo, continuing to break down this WNBA action. We're in the All-Star break of Major League Baseball. No baseball for an entire week. And usually in years past, we would take the entire week off, not really handicapping any games. There was no games to handicap. But the WNBA, they got 4 games for us today. So, we're showing up, gonna break them down and let you guys know our thoughts in each and every one of them. Ruffalo, how you feeling today, my man?
I tell you, I'm feeling great. Feeling a little bit tired. NCAA football got the better of me yesterday.
Me too.
PS5, kept me up a little bit. But like you said, we're still here to break down the WNBA action. I'll tell you, these camp day games got to stop sneaking up on us. But hey, it's okay. We're still here. We're gonna be breaking it down, and like I said, we're gonna make some money today. These ladies are taking 3 weeks off. They're going to the Olympics, so we gotta get our money in good right now while we can. So I'm ready to break it down with you.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. So without further ado, ladies and gentlemen, let's do exactly that. Let's make some money today. Without further ado, let's hop right into today's WNBA action. All right, ladies and gentlemen, first game up. Got the Washington Mystics at home at the crib with the Phoenix Mercury rolling into town. Ruffalo, what you thinking here?
Yeah, I was going back and forth on this because it's like it's a camp day, it's an early start, but then it hit me.
Camp
The
day.
Mercury, the thing about the Mercury is that they have looked like, I'm sorry to say it like this, but they've looked like ass the last couple games. They've been, blown out in games that have not been as close as the final score. At least it was like that with the Indiana game. They were down by as many as 31 in that game. Against the Sun, yeah, it was a close first quarter, but, they got, their teeth kicked in by the end of the game. Lost that game, I think it was by 27. So the thing for me in this game is that, the Mercury, they got Brittany Griner and Diana Taurasi heading to the Olympics, but it just seems like the Mercury have had their head in the clouds. They've had their head, towards the break for the last week now. Early start time, funky things happen. The Mystics are the best cover team in the WNBA. They fell apart late in the last couple games, but they still covered 12 of their last 14. I got to go with the Mystics and the points in this one.
Yep, short, sweet, simple. I'm right there with you. I'm on Washington. I think you hit the nail on the head. I haven't really liked the way the Mercury have been playing. It's their 5th road game in their last 6 games. They haven't looked good in the last 2 road games. We saw the Mystics play them extremely tough in the one meeting they've had this season. That was a 3-point win for the Mercury at home at the crib. So wouldn't be surprised if this was a similar style game here, and I wouldn't be surprised at all if the Mystics went out and got them outright at home today on camp day. All right, ladies and gentlemen, next game up, we got the Seattle Storm out on the road facing the Los Angeles Sparks. Sparks, 9.5 point home dogs or 9 deer line shopping. Look, we just saw the Seattle Storm play 9 straight home games. 9 straight home games, bro. Y'all know I love the Storm at home at the crib. I low key said they go stupid, dummy, crazy at home at the crib. And they looked and did pretty much what they were supposed to do during that homestand. Coming out of it, I think I have to take the Sparks here. This is going to be the Sparks' 5th home game in their last 6 games. A revenge spot for them as the Storm aired them out in Seattle earlier this season. It's just a play on the spot. Bad spot for Seattle out on the road after a significant homestand. The Sparks fairly comfortable at home at the crib in a revenge spot after playing a game where they just looked good and got a dub. I think they can keep a little momentum rolling forward here and give us a cover. Give me the Sparks plus the points. Ruffalo, what you think?
Yeah, I would say of all the 4 games, this is the one that I like the least. But I think I'm with you and have to play the spot on the Sparks here, even though I don't love it. Like you said, it's just a matter of, you know, yes, one of the better and most improved teams in the WNBA this season, the Storm, who are coming off of their first. You can't even call it a homestand. They moved their stuff back home for an entire month, and now they go back. Now they go back out on the road for a 1 game sort of road trip before they go to the Olympic break. And yeah, the Storm only have a couple of Olympians. They got Jewel Lloyd and Ezzy Magabor, but the Sparks, they play their best basketball at home. They've upset the Aces twice this year, so it's not like it's completely out of the realm of possibility. I think the Storm could easily come in and win this game by double digits, but like you said, I think it's just a play on the spot and taking the Sparks with the points in this one.
Next game up, we got the Liberty at home at the crib, laying 3.5 on the Connecticut Sun. Ruffalo, what you thinking here?
Yeah, I'd argue this is potentially the game of the day. Potential Eastern Conference Final preview, and I think this game's going to be treated as such. I think these are two teams that want to go out, want to beat each other. You gotta, if you're gonna bet this game, keep doing your checking on the injury report for the Liberty. You know, Lainey Hamilton, she won't play for this game. You got Kayla Thornton, Brianna Stewart, and Sabali all questionable for this game. And part of me wonders if the Liberty have their main Olympians kind of looking ahead to Paris. You got Sabrina Ionescu and Brianna Stewart, who could be even rested for this game, but also you got Alyssa Thomas for the Sun. So for me, the way I'm looking at this one, even if all those names I just mentioned play, like I said, I think this is going to be a playoff type atmosphere. Especially in New York. I think it's going to be a low scoring game. We just saw these two teams meet in Connecticut, finish 71-68. The Sun are a defensive minded team, like to slow things down. I think they're going to try to do that against the Liberty, but sometimes, as I've said before, the Sun tend to lean on that defense a little bit too much and forget that, hey, to win a basketball game, you got to be able to score more points than the other team. So for me, I think it's going to be low scoring game. I think we get to the mid 140s. I'm going to go with the under 153.5.
Fair enough. For me, the Liberty have won both meetings this season. The first two were in Connecticut. I think they win this one today, even with their injury report looking the way it is. I want to see ultimately what happens with the injury report, but 9 times out of 10, I'm on the Liberty and I'm laying the points. I just really want to see what the number is going to be ultimately. So I think the Liberty are the better team. I think the Liberty argument can be had are the best team in the WNBA. Um, you know, I think they handle business tonight at home at the crib. I think the Sun, who know they have to go through the Liberty ultimately if they want to achieve their goals, but it just hasn't lined up for them this season. And I don't see it lining up for them tonight either. Give me Liberty at home at the crib. Last game on the card, we got the Chicago Sky out on the road facing the Las Vegas Aces. Aces laying 13 in this one. This is my least favorite game on the day, man. I went back and forth on this one, honestly. And I'm going to lean on Chicago, but it's a lean at best. I'm not betting this game. Um, it's kind of hard to want to fade the Aces right now with how well they've been playing. They've kind of gotten back into the best team in the league form recently. Aja Wilson has been playing at that level. We saw the Liberty shut down and end Angel Reese's double-double streak in that last game. The Sky really didn't look all that good in that last game either. I do think they have a better response here. We're getting a bundle of points with the Sky in this one because the Aces have been so hot. I can see this game being fairly competitive, man. Maybe the Aces is kind of in a look ahead to the Olympics coming up with how many players they have on their team going. Give me the Sky and a lean. Hey, we saw Angel Reese outside last night. She was at the game with Jalen Brown and Carice. I don't know. I don't love this game, bro. I really don't. I'm just being honest with y'all, but I'm going to lean on the Sky. What about you, Roof?
Yeah, I will say this isn't my least favorite game in terms of watchability. I think I can definitely tune in and watch this game. But in terms of betting, the full game isn't one I love. But I will say I really do like the Sky in the first half, catching 9.5 points. What we've seen from the Aces, despite the fact that they have been, like you said, but looking like the Aces that have run roughshod through the league over the last couple years, is that they've started out slow. I mean, you look at the games that they've had lately, against, I'm just trying to throw it out off the top of my head, against the Washington Mystics. They were down by 11 at the end of the first quarter. Even against the Dallas Wings, arguably the worst team in the WNBA, and a game they won by 19, they were only up by 2 after the first quarter. They are slow starters. And I think that they, even though they could potentially win this game by margin, as they've done a lot lately, getting 9.5 in a spot where you could potentially see some Vegas aces looking ahead, like Wilson and Plum and Chelsea Gray and Jackie Young, who are all on the Olympic team. I think that the Sky could come out with some fire, and even then we've seen the Sky do that and fall flat on their face too. So either way, I think the Sky come out with some fire under their belly and make a game of it, at least in the first half. So give me the Sky plus 9.5 in the first half.
And that's going to conclude this episode of the WNBA Layup Session. As always, we appreciate each and every one of you and continue to tune in and watch this video. Money Making Tuesday. Hey, in the dog days of summer, we're in the All-Star break in Major League Baseball with the WNBA. Gave us a couple games, man, and we just cooked them up. Hopefully we smash it per usual. I don't have anything for sale today. I just gave y'all how I feel on all four, man. I told you I'm low-key in vacation mode. So, Ruffolo, you got anything for the folks today?
I do. I have a couple things on the board. I got my WNBA first half play of the day, my WNBA play of the day for the full game, as well as a 3-pack where both those plays are included. So definitely scoop that up at Pickdawgz. But like you said, dog days of summer, Christmas in July just around the corner. Definitely something that you want to make sure that you take advantage of.
Appreciate you, each and every one of y'all, man. Money Making Tuesday. See y'all soon. Right here. Peace.